Here we have the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. Before we begin with this chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comments section below so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, the share price has now made the major break that we were watching for. Unfortunately, this is to the downside. So in this video, what we're going to need to do is sort of explain why this is an important price movement. It might seem very small, but there are reasons to be reasons to focus on this area at the moment. And in this video, we will be explaining why that is the case. So if we sort of move into the price chart here, what we're looking at is the hourly time frame. Each candle on this price chart represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see here, share prices have sort of gapped lower a bit to start this trading session. So, it's bad news in a few different ways. I mean, one is that, a lot of the market is rallying at the moment. For example, Nvidia and Palantir are seeing very strong price moves to the top side. I just finished videos on those stocks. I suggest people take a look at those because that does give you a sense of where the broader market is trading at the moment. And as we can see, that is not the case. That has not been the case here for AMC. What we're seeing here is a share price gap lower. If I were to sort of move down to the lower time frames, it would be a bit easier to see that price gap. We can see that here. But overall, this is a positive day and we're still seeing negative movements in the stock. So, one thing that has started to happen here is that we have started to see some share price movement in the positive direction, but that is largely to be expected because when you see share price gaps like this, especially when they happen quickly, you would expect then for share prices to fill that price gap. There are reasons for that. It's mostly due to the fact that there are it's a big market. There are orders on both sides of the market. You can't really just skip over share prices because there are going to be orders that are parked in this region. And at some point, those are going to need to be filled if share prices kind of move back into that area. So we're seeing that happen here. Share prices have now finished filling this price gap. This did give share prices a little bit of upside momentum here. But the real question at this point is how long is this going to extend? If we're looking at the 5-minute price chart here, what's interesting is that we can already see that share prices are becoming overbought. We're not quite there yet, but we're ready to start moving into overbought territory here. And share prices are trading still below $4.40. So this isn't really a positive development because overbought territory at only $4.40 is definitely a negative sign. I mean, if we rallied into 550 or something like that, then maybe it wouldn't be as big of a problem. But we're still trading at low levels here, and the indicator readings are already showing overbought conditions. We're not quite there yet. I don't want to jump the gun too much here, but we're sort of moving into that area. And it does look like we'll be heading there relatively soon. So the real question here is we are seeing some positive momentum to the top side on a short-term basis. This is just a 5-minute price chart, remember. So the question is, how much longer can this extend? Can we continue to see share price movements higher? And if we do start to see share price movements higher, why did we actually see this share price gap to the downside? So these are important questions that do need to be asked. I want to sort of move out a bit on the price chart a little bit just to sort of close out the video. I do want to look at the indicator readings that are being shown on the some of the longer term timeframes here. Because I think that those are going to be important for the stock. But ultimately, if we're looking at potential resistance zones at the moment, really what we're looking at here is right back to $4.41. And, if we remember, anybody that's been following this stock, and you should be following a stock if you have a long position, but the $4.41 area is an old price low. That was actually a very significant price low, and that area is now starting to turn into a resistance level. So if we just sort of go back on the price chart a bit here, go back in time a little bit here, we can see that this is a 441 low, and then share prices did really bounce from there into 520 once again. But as we can see here, this is now resistance. So this is no longer a support zone. We've already broken through here. This ultimate price low came in at right around $4.30, and that is also a significant level because if we sort of move out on the price history here, we can see that $4.32 is the old price low going back to this would be June 25th. So that would be this area here. And what happened the last time share prices traded in this area? We saw a massive spike higher. If you watch the other AMC YouTubers, these people that do not have any clue about what they're doing, they would probably tell you that, last time we were here, we rocketed higher and everything was great. But that's not what's happening here. What we're seeing, we actually saw share prices break below this level. So 432 did not work as support. So if you do see clickbait YouTubers, and they're everywhere for this stock, and if they're telling you that, last time we were here, we moved into 575, that's incorrect, because share prices did not bounce out of 432. We've already seen price lows coming in at $4.30. So there is a little bit of short-term upward momentum here, but we have to remember that that's following a price gap to the downside, and that price gap has now sort of moved through some very important longer-term levels. So 432, that was the prior, that was the next sort of support zone that we were watching here. From there, you do have a little bit of support at 410. But from there, it gets very negative at that point. It starts to, you start to move into, below $3 per share at that point. And I do think that if that happens, I think a lot of people are going to start throwing in the towel on this stock. I know a lot of AMC traders like to think that, they'll just sort of hold on forever and, everything will be great or whatever, but that's not everybody. I mean, just because you might do that yourself doesn't mean that the guy sitting next to you is doing the same thing. He might even say he's doing the same thing, but he's not. What I'm saying here is that I think that people are going to start to throw in the towel on this stock here relatively soon. People are going to be giving up, even if some people on the internet say otherwise. So these are all factors to watch, and this is really why I do think that people should be sort of considering the trading room here, because as all of this downward price movement has been happening, we have been making amazing gains in the trading room. I mean, this stock has seen nothing but downside. We're seeing stocks that have 75% gains in 3 weeks, 65% gains in 3 weeks, a lot of huge gains in very short-term time frames. And this stock has just done nothing but disappoint people and move lower and make clickbaiters a few pennies on YouTube. Those people that even if you see somebody with 20,000 views or so, they're only making pennies for that video. It's not impressive. These are not rich people. So here's a current stock market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings, stock ticker AMC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.